Right. So everyone is here. Thank you very much for coming to the class on time, Mr. Wisnu and Miss Videlia. And today, as I have given you my promise that today we're going to do the mock tests for the listening, and the rest of the meeting will be all about mock tests. We're going to see your strengths and weaknesses, and I am going to note everything. And I haven't sent you your writing 6.5 versions because I'm still working with that. And there is an important information that I need to update to everyone. The TEC website now is under maintenance for the AI and also for your attendance. So better later on for your attendance will be just you edit the previous formats and you type manually. So that's a
Oh, okay.
next week. I think maybe July 3rd or the 3rd of July, the website will be working on again. So the
Okay.
Yes. So only for your information, because we use that a lot for our portals as well as for attendance. And Miss Widelia and Mr. Wisnu, I hope you guys ready because we're gonna go with the mock test today, especially for the listening. And we're gonna start by listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And for your information, so we're gonna start by parts, which means if the time is enough, we're gonna do like 40 questions. But if the time is not enough, we're gonna do with the part one of the listening, part two, and part three, as well as part four. And okay, before we get started, I would like to ask your feeling. Okay, maybe Mr. Wisnu, could you please maybe tell me your feeling today?
I'm good. Just got the day off today and tidy my room.
You're in your room right now.
Yeah.
You're good, and just I got your day off today. Amazing. So
Yeah.
now, Miss Vidalia, how do you feel today?
I'm good too. I
You're
have
good.
my day off too.
You are having your day off too. That's great. So you're having a good time, both of you, having a good time.
Yeah.
And right. So maybe I would like to start by telling you that you have to register to IELTS.com. So I think you have your own. I believe last time in the very first meeting or the second meeting, I asked everybody to register to IoT.
Yep.
All right. So later on, if I send you the link, you will be ready to log in directly. But today, just because it's the first mock test, I'm going to do the sharing screen and we're going to do the part four of the listening for the IELTS. Part four first, because this is great, I believe. Or maybe better for us to go with the part one. I think wait. You're having the academic. Make sure everyone you're taking the academic IELTS, not the general training. Academic can
Okay.
be used for immigration purposes as well as the study purposes. But if you're taking the general IELTS, make sure as well that you're practicing the general IELTS, not the academic. But if you practice the academic, it will be very easy for you to go with the general IELTS. So we're gonna go
Okay.
academic. Let's see. It's still locked. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, everyone. I am asking them why it is still locked. I am using their account, but let's see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so while waiting for them, we're gonna practice the part one for the IELTS listening. Then I think we're gonna do it the furniture rental. It's the Cambridge. As everybody know that IELTS is a test from the Cambridge assessment, and it is divided into it is authorized by British Council as well as the IDP Australia, Indonesia, and every IDP in the world. And if you're taking the IELTS under the Cambridge assessment, okay, under the British Council, okay, under IDP, it's okay. But beyond those three institutions, I make sure those are fake IELTS. So make sure if we practice with the IELTS questions, make sure it's under Cambridge or IDP or British Council, so that we're practicing with the authentic material from them. Okay, good. So this is the part one of the IELTS listening. We have 10 questions, everyone. So as we know that the format is always like filling out the form for the part one, typing everything in the blank, and make sure that the spelling is also okay. What you need to do in the very first part is that to read the questions, to read the instructions, and after that completely to read the questions and to understand what will be the most suitable formats to fill the blank. If you see this is like a US dollar or it's all about money, meaning in the part one, this is going to be filled by the amount, number, or money amount, let's say, number of much money you spend for this one. And the second number, we see the furniture is very. So sometimes after very, we put adjective, right? So later on will be maybe an adjective we're filling in the blank. Free for noun. Maybe we say sometimes they special offer free for drinks, free for staying, or free for what. And make sure this is the furniture rental companies. Okay, so let me reshare the screen because I haven't shared the sound. Let me share the sound. Share the sound so that you can hear it very clear. Okay, right. So are you guys ready to practice?
Okay.
All right. So later on, okay, what are you preparing now? Is that maybe you have your pen and paper, or maybe you can type your answer later on in the Zoom chat. Okay, or maybe on our WhatsApp group will be better as well. So don't worry. We can do in any communication channel we have. Okay. So
Okay.
let's get started in 3, 2, 1.
Part 1. You will hear a woman phoning the owner of a house she is going to rent about companies that she could rent furniture from.
Is it clear or the voice is too it's not heard clearly, everyone? Too low or it is okay?
It's okay.
It's okay. Great.
Part 1. You will hear a woman phoning the owner of a house she is going to rent about companies that she could rent furniture from. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Shelley Meyer. I'm renting your house on Archwood Avenue. I'm due to move in next week.
Oh, yes. Hello, Ms. Meyer. What can I do for you?
When I viewed the house, I told you I'll most probably need to rent some furniture, at least until I know whether my temporary work contract is going to be made permanent.
Yes, of course, I remember. and I said I could give you some information about furniture rental companies in the city.
That's right.
Well, the biggest company is called Peak Rentals. I've recommended them to other people and have always heard positive reports about them.
Could you give me an idea of their costs?
Sure, I actually have one of their brochures here. It says the monthly price per room starts at $105 and goes up to $239. That depends on which rooms you need furniture for, of course.
Sure, it's just to get a general idea of how much it's going to cost. And you said you had some positive feedback about this company?
Yes, people have mentioned that the furniture from Peak Rentals is more modern than any of the other companies. And also, once you place an order, the furniture will be delivered to you in just 1 or 2 days.
That would be really helpful.
Oh, and the brochure says that there's a special offer at the moment. If you rent living room furniture, I believe that's a set of chairs and a TV table, you'll also get a lamp at no extra cost.
Okay, but you know, that price range you gave is more than I was hoping to pay.
Then you could try Aaron and Oliver.
Sorry, what and Oliver?
Aaron, Aaron.
Okay. Are they cheaper?
I'd say they're a mid-price company. But if you chose them, you need to be aware that they charge an extra 12% every month in case of damage.
Oh, I see. I'd have to do the math carefully then.
Right. But one helpful thing is that they also do cleaning for customers.
Okay, I got all the answers on my phone. I also typed the answers because I have no idea. I haven't seen the answer key, but this is quite easy for the first part one because remember, for the IELTS, everyone, part one is the easiest one, part two is the second hardest, part three getting a little bit harder, and part four is the hardest part in the IELTS listening. So people can get 9 in the IELTS, but I can only get 8.0, which means 5 questions I got wrong or 4 questions I got wrong among 40 questions. And I hope this among 5 questions, I hope everybody can get it right. So we're gonna start by having the number 1 answers. So want to make sure that this is doable for everyone. I just want to ask Mr. Wisnu, what is your answers for number 1, please?
239.
239. What about you, Miss Fidelia?
239.
239. That's right, completely. Okay, number 2, we're gonna start with Miss Fidelia. The furniture is very
Modern.
modern. Okay, what about you, Mr. Wisnu?
Yeah, modern.
Modern. So in British styles of pronouncing the word modern, they say modern. So maybe you can hear it a little bit different, like we know it in American pronunciation. For example, they say modern dance. That's for American pronunciation. But for British, they say modern dance. So it will be like a little bit, yeah. So you will be feeling like, what is this? But you know it in American pronunciation. Great. So now, what about the special offer? Mr. Wisnu, could you please maybe tell me what do we get with no extra charge for
A
free?
lamp.
Lamb. What about you, Miss Vidalia?
Lamp.
Okay, lamb. Nice. Free lamps. Okay, because only one word, meaning we can go with 239, and this one is very modern, and we got to go with lamb. Did you hear like lamb with S or lamb with no S?
With no S.
Okay,
With no S.
lamb with no S. Okay, thank you, Mr. Wisnu. You said lamb. What about Miss Vidalia? What is the company name and Oliver?
Aaron.
Could you please maybe spell it for me? I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask also Mr. Wisnu. Mr. Wisnu, what is the company name?
Aaron.
Okay, Mr. Wisnu, could you please spell it for me, please?
W-A. Double-A. R.
W, Warren. Okay, double E or double A?
Double-E.
Double E, okay. Sorry.
A. I think it's A. Double-A. because I write
Double
A
A. You wrote
R
double A. I'm sorry.
R
R. Okay.
O
O
N.
O N. Okay. What about you, Miss Widelia? Is it double A or double E? Because E and A is a different
Double,
thing in English.
double A.
Oh, double A, B, C. A. E or A?
A.
Nggak yakin banget ya mukanya dengan E yang mana ya? We say Aaron or Aaron because double A is Aaron, but double E is Aaron, double A is Aaron. So it's okay. It's okay. Let us see. This is your answers, everyone. So we're gonna go with number 5. So Mr. Wisnu, could you please tell me
Damage.
for damage? Okay. How can you spell damage for me, please?
DAMA
Sorry, D-A-M-A.
GE.
Damage. Okay, Miss Vitalia, is it correct spelling from your side? Damage.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So thank you, everyone. So we're gonna just set this for now, and we're gonna go on with the practice 6 to 10. Okay, I'm gonna also go with my answer after this. Let's see in 3, 2, 1.
Customers.
For the furniture?
For the house.
Oh, I see. I probably won't need that.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
There's another company called Larch Furniture. It's quite new, and it has the lowest prices in town. That's for both furniture and also electronic equipment.
Well, that would be good. I'm not bringing much with me, and I won't have much time to go shopping after I start my job.
There are 2 things you need to know about Larch Furniture. First of all, you have to take out insurance on the furniture, and you need to organize that yourself.
That wouldn't be too hard.
Also, you can't take out a contract for less than 6 months. But I figure that might not be a problem for you. You're renting the house for 12 months, after all, aren't you?
Yes, okay. Well,
Sorry to interrupt. I just thought of another furniture rental company. It's called Space Rentals, and it's located very near to the house.
Okay.
I don't have any information about their charges, so it's best to use their app to find out what it would cost you to use them.
Okay, thanks. I'll do that.
One good thing about that company is that if you don't like the furniture once it's delivered, you can request exchanges, as long as you do that within a week of receiving it.
That sounds really great. Okay. Well, thanks very much. That's so helpful.
Okay. All right, everyone. So you got that. I believe this one is a little bit tricky, but now I think I got also all the answers from my side here. So maybe we're gonna start with Miss Widelia for number 6. The name of the company is that large is large not large furniture offer cheapest process for renting furniture and
Electronic.
electronic, because this is a spelling problem. We have a lot spelling problem in the IELTS. Could you please spell it for me?
ELECTRONIC.
TR. Oh, very, very fast. TRNIC. Okay, electronic. Got it. So, Mr. Vishnu, do you have the same answers for number 6?
Yep.
Okay. With S or with no S?
No S.
No S. Thank you. So we must have what, Mr. Vishnu, in number 7?
Insurance.
Insurance. There is a spelling problem with the IELTS. So could you maybe spell it for me?
INSURANCE.
S U R A C E. Insurance. Okay. Miss Videlia, do you have the same answers for number 7?
Yes.
The same spelling?
Yes.
Okay. What about number 8? We see what kinds of company.
Space.
Space. Can you spell it for me, please?
SPACE.
See. Okay. What do we need to see in here, Mr. Wisdom?
App.
App. Would you please spell it for me?
APP.
APP or APP. Nice. Okay, see the app for the most updated price. Miss Videlia, could you please tell me the additional note for number 10?
Exchange.
Could you please spell it for me?
EXCHANGE.
Okay. Are you sure? Exchange.
Exchange.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, do you have the same answer or different answer?
I just changed.
Change.
Yes.
But why here R? If it is exchange, why R?
ESCHAS with S.
Exchanges.
Yes.
I'm kidding. Thank you, Miss Fidelia. Nah, seperti itu. Kita kurang S saja, kemungkinan nanti salah, teman-teman. Okay?
Yeah.
Jadi, exchanges are allowed within 7 days of delivery. Okay, we're gonna see the answer. Kita lihat lagi sebentar. Modern, lamb, free lamb, AARON, and electronic insurance, space, app, and exchanges. Let's say exchanges. Okay, we're gonna see the answer. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Wisnu and Miss Videlia. Amazing. So, part 1 jangan senang dulu. Part 1 IELTS memang seperti ini. Jadi ada tricky sedikit, but I believe ini masih part 1. We're gonna go with the part 2. Berarti jika memang ini tidak ada masalah, salah satu strength yang teman-teman bisa kejar nilai. WHV itu hanya perlu benar 15 soal dari 40, sudah di atas 24 untuk PTE, dan 4,5 untuk IELTS. Jadi 10 soal sudah benar, tinggal 5 soal saja benar lagi, sudah bisa lewat skor minimal WHV di 4,5 teman-teman. 24 PTE ya. Nah, jadi berarti 5 soal lagi targetnya, tetapi target kita for the IELTS adalah 6.5, yang dimana teman-teman harus benar minimal 31-32 soal dari 4. Iya, it's quite hard, tapi itu udah masuk 7 ya, 31-32 udah masuk 7 kayaknya. Intinya teman-teman sampai 30 itu target kita, okay? So, thank you very much. I'm gonna go have a screenshot, everyone. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Entire sentence. Great. So now, thank you very much. We're gonna go with the part 3. Okay, understand the formats of the task first, everyone. So you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14 and 15 to 20 later on. But we are provided by only this, meaning which 2 things does the speaker say about visiting the football stadium with children? Remember, with children. Which 2 features of the stadium tour are new this year? Okay, so meaning this one will be 2 answers, this one will be 2 answers, 11 to 14. So 15 to 20 will be 6 tasks that your on will go with. Okay, so only one time listening because it's the mock test. and I hope you listen it very carefully. In 3, 2, 1.
Part 2. You will hear a guide talking to members of the public who are visiting a football stadium in the UK. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
Good morning and welcome to City Football Club. I'd like to give you some useful information about your visit to the stadium today, and then we'll start the tour of the areas of the stadium that are open to visitors. I can see lots of children here today, so just to let mums and dads know a few things before we start. The stadium has lots of stairs and the players' tunnel is very dark. Please don't let your children wander off on their own, even for a minute. We don't want any accidents or anyone getting frightened. Cameras are permitted everywhere, and you can take pictures of your child shooting a penalty. Assistants are helping to organise this, and hopefully the queue won't be too long. It's very hot and sunny out on the pitch today. You can get food and drink at the cafe, and I really recommend the healthy lunch boxes for children. Also in the cafe, children are invited to do a football-themed drawing. We'll pick the best one at the end of the afternoon, so don't forget to put your name and contact details on the back. That way, if you've left the stadium before then, we'll send your prize, but sadly we can't return drawings. I'd like to mention some features of the tour. We'll start with the 360 cinema experience, which has been very popular over the years. And then I'll take you to the players' dressing rooms, before going outside to the seating area and the pitch. I should say, if you'd prefer your visit to be self-guided, please collect headphones from the reception, and then you can listen to the pre-recorded information at your own speed. We've only just introduced this feature and would appreciate your feedback. We're thinking of offering tours in other languages in future, so if you have any thoughts on that, we'd welcome those too. If you plan to return another time, you might like to book one of our VIP tours. We've only just started offering these, and they can be booked online.
Before
Wow, this is great, everyone. So, getting a little bit harder, but still the same difficulties, I believe, not a little bit harder for the part 2 in the first beginning. Maybe after this, a little bit harder. But let us see, they kind of presenting information with the synonyms. Remember, Ms. Videlia and Mr. Wisnu, they have never said the thing as it is.
It's 15 hours.
If they say new, did you hear the word new so far? There is no word new. For example, 2 Features Stadium for are new this year. They go with the word like just lounge, and they just have like that, right? So they go with lots of things like that. And here also they put some synonyms. Okay, for number, let's say for this one set, number 11 to 12, I'm gonna give this to Miss Videlia. Miss Videlia, could you please choose your answers?
C.
C
Yes.
and
E.
And E.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a little bit different, but that's okay. Mr. Weasley, what about you for number 11 to 12?
C and D.
C and D. So which
I
one?
think.
which to choose. Kita coba gini dulu deh. Nanti kita balik lagi sini. Oh, we cannot ya. We cannot go with more than two. Alright, sorry. So
Okay.
that's okay. Maybe Mr. Widelia is responsible for 11 and 12. Mr. Wisnu, you're responsible for the rest. Yeah.
B,
B,
yeah, and E, I think.
E. Are you sure
E.
about that, Mr. Wisnu? Are you sure about that? Dua-duanya bahkan satu pun tidak masuk, Mr. Wisnu. Miss Widelia, do you have another answer?
A and C.
A and C. It's let's see. Yeah, C and A. I got C and A. But Mr. Wisnu, make sure to choose. Ini kita diskusi dulu. Mr. Wisnu, memang dia keliling-keliling, Mr. Wisnu. Dia keliling
Yeah.
kita, serius. Dia nggak bilang langsung dengan kata new. Dan dia akan jelas banget bilang kita punya 360. We have 360 cinema experience that you can enjoy. Tetapi itu bukan feature lama karena sudah bertahun-tahun. Dia bilang udah pakai itu. Memang sengaja dia jelaskan, dia menyebutkannya jelas banget di pertama 360 cinema experience gitu teman-teman. Tetapi itu udah bertahun-tahun mereka pakai. Yang jadi pertanyaan adalah feature yang new, tetapi dia tidak menggunakan kata new. Miss Widelia, mengapa jawaban Miss Widelia C? Coba ada yang membantu tadi?
Ada.
Apa yang membantu? Kalau Miss Widelia bisa kasih tahu.
Tadi dia ada bilang new introduced this year.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Like we just launched this year, ya, kayak seperti itu ya. Dia bilang baru dijalankan tahun ini, teman-teman. Dia recommended banget kata dia untuk audio guide itu. Tetapi yang VIP tour itu apa yang membantu ya?
Dia bilang baru juga.
Baru juga, tetapi tidak menggunakan kata baru, ya kan, Miss Widelia?
Ya.
Iya. Nah, untuk yang ini kita coba ginikan dulu teman-teman, meskipun kita tahu mungkin jawabannya adalah A dan D, kita coba ini responsible for Mr. Wisnu dulu. Kita lihat nanti kita gabungkan skor terakhir teman-teman. So that's okay, kita nanti bahas lagi di sini. Responsible Miss Widelia, responsible Mr. Wisnu. Nanti kita coba responsible by. So 15 to 20. Nah ini I want you to understand the question first. Can somebody explain me what are asked in the question and how do we do the questions? Ini saya kecilkan dulu layarnya teman-teman. This is too big. Kita akan bisa lihat juga bawahnya ada apa. Nah, di sini there will be like list of years. 1870, 1874, 1875, 1877, 1878, and sorry, yeah, 1880. Sorry, 1878 and 1880. Okay, there will be like title, like events in the history of football. So what you need to do is to put all the events in this 6 blanks, but please make sure you match the year. So they will talk about this based on the year. So will they be doing this in order? Yes. But let's see, we have 6 and we have how many options for the event? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Meaning there will be 2 distractor. Akan ada 2 distractor, oke? Okay? So yang gimana caranya supaya ini kelihatan semua ya sebentar. Ini kelihatan nggak kalau gini? A, B, C, D, E, F.
Boleh.
Yes, kelihatan? Okay, great. So visible, it's visible from A to H and 15 to 20, all right? So the instruction again, everyone, never miss the instructions. Which event in the history of football in the UK took place in each of the following years? The same thing like I asked you. Choose 6 answers from the box. Write the correct letter A to H. Next questions is 2, 15 to 20. Right, we're gonna start with A. Like this. Okay. A to H, 15 to 20. All right. So in 3, 2, 1.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20.
Silakan, teman-teman. Sometimes to look at question 15 to 20. Saya stop dulu sebentar. Ingat sinonim, oke? Kuncinya sinonim, teman-teman. Dia tidak akan menggunakan kata yang langsung gitu. Jadi pastikan kalian tahu changes itu kan perubahan to the rules of the game. Maybe mereka akan ngomongin tentang the rules is revised. Misalnya, jadi kata-kata seperti itu kan membantu banget. Jadi you understand as a whole. Kata-kata yang mungkin introduction bisa jadi the first beginning of goalkeeper, misalnya kayak gitu. Jadi banyak banget dia akan menggunakan sinonim. Itu IELTS. Jadi pastikan teman-teman aware dengan sinonim itu. Hati-hati dengan kata yang langsung bahkan. Saat dia bilang introductions of the pay for the players, berarti kalau itu bisa jadi destructor karena dia sengaja menggunakan kata langsung. Tapi tidak menutup kemungkinan itu jawaban benar juga. Oke, make sure you understand that. In 3, 2, 1, kita mulai lagi.
Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
Now, the stadium you see today was built in 1989 as part of a 3-year redevelopment project. While that project was going on, the team had to play its matches at the ground of another club. Apart from that, the club has been here on this site since 1870. As some of you may know, that was the start of a really important decade in the history of football in this country. For example, 1870 was also the year that football teams started to include a player whose role it was to guard the goal. It's hard to imagine what the game must have been like without someone in that position, isn't it? In 1872 and 73, many other clubs were established, both here and abroad. And the following year, in 1874, referees were allowed to send players off if they committed certain offences. And also in that year, teams started having to swap ends at half-time. One fact I was interested to discover was that in early football games, the aim was for the scorer to get the ball between 2 flag posts, and later between sticks joined at the top with a piece of tape. In 1875, that tape was replaced with the solid crossbar that we're familiar with today. 1877 saw the founding of further new clubs, and the history books tell us that in the same year, all the clubs decided to set a limit of 90 minutes for each match. Before that,
Sorry, Mister.
it was a more casual arrangement. And this sometimes
Yes,
caused
yes, sorry,
huge
sorry.
arguments.
Sorry,
And
yes, yes.
sometimes fights
Apa teman-teman, saya udah
during
nomor
matches.
18.
One team called end of the game.
Sampai sini suaranya patah-patah semua.
Iya.
Wait. Ada azan, teman-teman. Sebentar.
Oh, oke.
Sebentar ya, teman-teman. Azan, sebentar ya. Sebentar banget. Let me
Oke,
do
oke.
the sharing connection from my phone. Maybe the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Sorry. Okay, the azan is done, and I believe my voice is now okay because I go with the phone sharing connection, or people call it tethering.
Yeah.
All right, so should we? Are you sure we're gonna restart? This is not the mock test if we restart. Maybe I'm gonna go a little bit, come back to number 15 again, everyone. Let's see. Yeah.
That in early football games, in 1872 and 73,
Okay.
started to include a player whose role it was to guard the start of a really of another club.
And answer questions 15 to 20.
Okay.
Now, the stadium you see today was built in 1989 as part of a 3-year redevelopment project. While that project was going on, the team had to play its matches at the ground of another club. Apart from that, the club has been here on this site since 1870. As some of you may know, that was the start of a really important decade in the history of football in this country. For example, 1870 was also the year that football teams started to include a player whose role it was to guard the goal. It's hard to imagine what the game must have been like without someone in that position, isn't it? In 1872 and 73, many other clubs were established, both here and abroad. And the following year, in 1874, referees were allowed to send players off if they committed certain offences. And also in that year, teams started having to swap ends at half-time. One fact I was interested to discover was that in early football games, the aim was for the scorer to get the ball between 2 flag posts, and later between sticks joined at the top with a piece of tape. In 1875, that tape was replaced with the solid crossbar that we're familiar with today. 1877 saw the founding of further new clubs, and the history books tell us that in the same year, all the clubs decided to set a limit of 90 minutes for each match. Before that, it was a more casual arrangement, and this sometimes caused huge arguments, and sometimes fights during matches, when one team called the end of the game and the other team wanted to play on to try and score a winning goal. By 1878, the number of teams in the Football League increased again. In addition, referees started using whistles, and electric lamps were installed on certain pitches. This was a significant change, as games could then be played in the evenings all year round. In 1880, clubs began to charge fans for admission to games, even though players were still amateurs and had other proper jobs. That's hard to imagine in the modern professional game, where top players earn significant sums of money from both playing and commercial activities.
How is it, everyone? I missed number 17. Pada dua kali ya, saya udah miss nomor 17, teman-teman. Saya nggak tahu teman-teman dapat tidak nomor 17, but I missed it, jujur. Yang lain saya dapat. But here, everyone, I don't know, like, are you sure about your answers for number 15 first? Let's see. Banyak banget sinonim yang teman-teman mungkin kayak, aduh, apa itu maksudnya? Nah, bahkan sama sekali tidak ada terdengar jelas bahwa dia ngomongin poin itu, seperti itu. Saking disinonimkan, seperti itu. So, Mr. Wisnu, maybe can you give me number 15? What is your answer? Dan Miss Widelia juga boleh.
15 D.
Oke, D. Kalau Miss Widelia?
D.
D. Jawaban saya juga D. Okay, great. So
Okay.
no reasons needed. Okay, number 16, everyone.
16. F.
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 Yes.
Berarti two changes of the rule of the game. Saya jawab B garis miring F, tetapi F adalah option kedua saya dan itu oke. Berarti oke. Jawabannya kita kunci dulu di F, oke? That's great. So, nah, ada yang bisa bantu saya nomor 17, Miss Vidalia atau Mr. Wisnu?
17. I think that's a B because he said like the sense about the rules, like something that
Rules. If it is rules, it's not
not
about
not rules, maybe like the
the
line
design.
or something. Yes.
Okay, got it. So I type B and garis miring. I also go with F because I'm afraid of overlapping. But I'm not sure about 17. But thank you very much. So your answer will be locked D. So your answer will be locked D apa tadi?
B.
DB, okay? All right, we're gonna see number 18. I get the answers.
I think H.
Miss Widelia,
I don't get it.
you don't get it. So my answer is H. Dia bilang waktu time limit, tapi di sini
Yeah,
ada
time limit.
the length of game sama aja dengan waktu, ya kan? Time.
Waktu.
Length of game berarti panjangnya gamenya. Jadi
Yeah.
nomor 18 harusnya itu H, tapi tetap kita akan koreksi kita bahas jika salah. Okay, 19. I got the answer, and Miss Fidelia, could you please tell me your answers?
I don't get it.
You don't get it for number 19.
Yeah.
C.
Okay, C. Mr. Wisnu, I got C as well. The first use of light
And
matches. Dia pakai
Yeah.
kata apa, Mr. Wisnu?
Start
Lamp.
the lamp and evening, like something that.
Yes, benar banget. Jadi ada kata evening dan ada kata lampu yang
Iya.
digantikan dengan kata lights. Ini sinonim semua, teman-teman. Jadi memang IELTS ini yang bikin soal nyusahin orang. Oke, 19. 19 is sorry, C. Okay, what about 20?
20. I don't get it.
Miss Vitalia?
G.
G, introduction of fee
People.
for spectator. Spectators is who and why is not in the introduction of pay for the players? Ingat ada distractor, ada pay dan ada fee. Oke, hati-hati Miss Fidelia. Tadi dia
I
bilang
think it's
sejak itulah kata dia pemain-pemain itu mulai
I
dibayar.
think
Yeah.
Tetapi dia bilang juga bahwa footballnya itu udah dimintai biaya untuk main. Nah, jadi G atau A gitu deh. Ayo. G. Oke, Mr. Wisnu? Don't get it.
I don't get it.
You don't get it. But so we're gonna look responsible by Miss Fidelia. We're gonna see the mock test. Jawabannya G. Okay. All right, everyone. We're gonna see the answer. Amazing, Miss Wisnu, Miss Fidelia, and listen. Jawabannya adalah D, F, B, H, C, G. Ada distractor, saya tidak ingin membuat pusing. Jadi kalau tadi ingat, di sini ada pay for the player. Ini jelas banget dia sebutin, tapi setelah orang yang mau register football. Nah, petarung itu dimintai biaya. Tetapi memang ada dia jelaskan bahwa sampai sekarang player justru dibayar bermain bola. Tetapi itu poin kedua dia. Dan kalian jawab G, itu udah bagus banget nguncinya, Miss Widelia. Dan Mr. Wisnu, you did it very well here. Meskipun saya ada miss dan Miss Widelia juga ada miss, Mr. Wisnu sepertinya you're good in this position. Mungkin topiknya juga yang sangat familiar dengan Mr. Wisnu.
Maybe.
Maybe ya.
Yes.
Hal lain mungkin ya. Okay, right. Tapi di sini okay, very nice. I like that. Oke, part 2 selesai teman-teman dengan salah cuma sorry. Nah, di sini. Jawaban Miss Widelia benar banget di sini.
Oh, yeah.
Ya, A dengan C dan mengapa di sini ada E? Ini tadi yang jawab nomor ini siapa ya? Sorry, mohon maaf.
Ya,
Oke, Miss Widelia mengapa jawabannya ada E? Mendengar apa tadi?
karena yang awal udah lupa. Jadi kayak ya udah denger akhir aja.
Oke, di sini C oke karena must stay with children all time itu jelas banget. Di sini tadi kalau kalian dengar dia bilang nanti kami akan kirimkan yang siapa yang menang seperti itu. Jadi akan ada competition for children. Memang tidak dijelaskan langsung nanti anak kamu bisa ikut kompetisi. Tidak, tidak pakai kata-kata seperti terlalu mudah teman-teman. Jika dia menggunakan kata-kata seperti itu. Tapi yang di sini jelas banget ada kata yang eh, um, sorry disinonimkan sehingga tidak ada terdengar kata new secara jelas. Seperti itu. Mungkin ada tapi tidak jelas. Oke, berarti di sini benar satu soal. Nah, berarti berapa jadinya ya? 6, 7, 7 karena salah 3, teman-teman. Oke, salah 3 ya, 1, 2, 3. Nah, tapi tetap ini menjadi pelajaran. Kami sudah lihat berarti benar. Berarti salah satu atau berapa? Salah berapa? Kalau sudah ada miss juga tadi di sini soalnya.
Salah 3.
Ini 15 kok. Merah. Tadi kita jawab apa, teman-teman?
D.
Ini kok merah ya? Kita jawab D loh. Tidak jelas. Sebentar. Ini kita mesti lihat berarti kalau di sini benar 2, 3.
Di sini benar 3.
Di sini benar 3. Ditambah sini, Miss sudah lihat kira-kira jadi berapa?
Di, totalnya salah 3. Benar 7.
Oh, benar 7. Oke. Mr. Wisnu berarti benar berapa? Sebentar, saya catat ya teman-teman. Ini buat
Eh, karena nomor 20 nggak dapat, jadi hitungannya kan salah. Terus tadi yang awal salah 3, berarti salah 4.
6 ya. Alright, thank you very much everyone. Manual ya. Kita kembali ke kehidupan manual. Nyatat manual gara-gara websitenya lagi turun sebentar teman-teman. Kita coba dulu sambil tunggu. And ada recording, but kadang recordingnya juga it can be accessed, but it's sometimes locked. So make sure everyone kalian juga record dan ini oke buat part 2 kita coba ke part 3. Saya rasa mulai kelihatan di mana masalahnya teman-teman. Oh, this is hard. Nah, setiap pilihan ganda ini memerlukan pemahaman. Sinonimnya akan sangat banyak ketika pilihan ganda, terutama multiple choice with single answer. Karena dari A, B, C, luckily IELTS tidak seperti ujian nasional orang Indonesia ya, sampai E. Jadi IELTS ini sampai C doang teman-teman, tetapi ingat, dekat banget idenya dan akan ada disebutin tapi bukan main topik. Nah, jadi jangan terkecoh dengan penjelasan saya, yang penting kalian ngerti isi audionya, oke? So, di sini ada 21 to 26, 6 soal dulu. Kita kecilin bisa nggak ya? Biar kelihatan semua. Kan bisa zoom kan di tempat kalian, teman-teman?
Bisa.
Bisa, berarti 21 ke 26 ini kelihatan semua. Saya harap kalau misalnya mau dibaca langsung zoom saja. And we're gonna see the multiple choice with single answer. Multiple choice dengan jawaban satu yang paling tepat, choose the best answer. And there will be a time for you untuk jawab, teman-teman. Untuk membaca dulu sebelum jawab. Jadi pastikan kan mengerti dulu setiap questionnya. Atau karena ini mock test, saya tidak kasih waktu untuk teman-teman baca dulu sebelum ini mulai. Oke, jadi kita mulai dulu buat teman-teman baca. Oke, in 3, 2, 1.
Part 3. You will hear two theatre studies students, Maya and Finn, discussing their project on theatre programmes. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
So, Finn, I've done as much as I can for our project on theatre programmes. How's your research coming along?
Okay, Maya. I didn't know theatre programmes are called playbills in the USA till I started looking into the topic. Even though I struggled to find many useful websites, I'm glad we picked this subject. No one else on the course is doing the same as us, although it is one of the research areas of the module convener.
That might actually put some people off.
I suppose so. Anyway, I hadn't realised there are actually companies specialising in creating theatre programmes.
Yes, they're quite common nowadays. Contrary to what many people think, theatres don't hire people to do the programmes. In fact, companies buy the rights to publish programmes on the theatre's behalf and then make their money selling advertising space within the programme booklet.
It must be easier for theatres to do it that way.
Yes.
I remember reading something about programmes in early British theatre. It said that the cast was always very important.
Yeah. Audiences were very familiar with leading actors, and big names would draw huge crowds.
But I hadn't realised that if the programme named a famous actor, that's who the public expected to perform. And if that didn't happen, people accused the theatre of breaking their agreement with the audience. They would demand refunds, and if they didn't get them, there were riots.
Outrageous! That'd never happen now.
No, people are too polite, even when they're disappointed if the star of the show misses a performance.
We should definitely include that information about early audiences in our project. I also think it's important to mention that lots of ordinary people at that time were illiterate, so theatre programmes were of limited value in advertising plays. When a company of actors arrived in a town, they'd parade around the streets in their costumes, beating drums and announcing their upcoming performances.
Interesting. I couldn't imagine that happening now either.
There's also an interesting comparison to make between 18th and 19th century programmes.
Wasn't it in the 19th century that theatre programmes started to resemble programmes today?
Yes, and unlike programmes from the 18th century, they always used colour.
And there was a greater variety of designs. But personally, I think 18th century programmes were superior because they told the theatre-goers so many things, including about the actors.
And about the writer, the plot, and sometimes the history of the play.
That's right. What should we say about theatre programmes in the 20th century?
I reckon the most important thing is the dramatic change they underwent during World War II.
When the government imposed restrictions on the use of paper?
Yeah, but that was only in the UK. In the USA, programmes, or rather playbills, continued to be published in the same format.
While here in the UK, programmes became merely a single sheet of paper folded to create 4 pages for text.
What I don't really get is that after the war, they didn't go back to being more than one sheet, or change in any way for over 25 years. I know there were paper shortages after the war, but only for 5 or 10 years.
Strange.
Before you hear...
Okay, everyone. Mr. Wisnu langsung kayak, aduh, gimana ini? Okay, right. So, how is it? This is the single answer. Karena pemahaman yang kalau di sini, teman-teman. I kind of get all the answers, but I have a question mark into 26. Yang lain, okay, saya rasa jelas dan sinonimnya okay. But 26, they go around with the discussion dan kita harus ngambil satu keputusan. Okay, Mr. Wisnu, number 21.
I think it's C, maybe.
C did not prove to be difficult to research. What helps you to C? Apa yang membantu Mr. Wisnu tiba-tiba memilih C gitu loh? Ada nggak apa yang didengar gitu?
I don't know.
Ya, part 1, part 2, part 3 makin sulit, nanti part 4, congratulations, paling sulit teman-teman. Nah ini part 3 dulu nih. Miss Fidelia jawab apa ya? Kalau Miss Fidelia jawab C, Miss Fidelia I am kind of curious. What is your answer for number 21?
A.
A. Was not familiar to their module leader. Dan kalian tahu saya jawab apa? Saya jawab B. berarti tiga-tiganya. Oke, kita coba lihat, kita kunci jawaban siapa ini. Enggak usah jawaban saya, jawaban teman-teman berdua. Pilih aja antara C dan A. So which one is your answer? Sekarang dia bilang gini, kok anak-anak lain nggak mau milih subjek ini, kayak kita berdua doang, dia bilang, teman-teman. Jadi saya pikir, oke, kayaknya B deh. Kayak bukan kayak kita berdua doang, kayak nggak rame, dia bilang gitu. Was pleased to discover that their topics has not been chosen by other students. Ya, itu yang saya dapat, tapi belum tentu benar karena interpretasi kemampuannya kan beda-beda, teman-teman. Jadi kemungkinan they did not prove to be difficult to research. Bisa jadi. So which one is your answers? So Wisnu dulu ya, responsible for 21. We're gonna go with C.
Okay.
Nanti diskusi lagi, kita dengar lagi. Kalau salah, ya kita coba dengar lagi, teman-teman. Oke, 22. Miss Widelia deh.
B.
I'm sorry, Miss Widelia?
A. B.
B. Okay, Bobby. B. Few theater goers buy them nowadays. Maya says a mistaken belief. Ingat kata-kata mistaken belief. Mistaken belief itu kayak apa sih yang salah di dunia teater program gitu. Maya tuh bilang kayak kok orang-orang malah percaya mereka teater terus mereka bekerja di teater harus ada bayaran per bulan. Padahal kata si Maya harusnya mereka memproduce suatu apa baru nanti ada bayaran dari teater. Kayaknya kayak gitu dia ngomong ya teman-teman. But we don't know. Mr. Wisnu, what is your answer for this one?
I don't get it.
You don't get it, but my answer is A. Kita coba responsible by Miss Widelia dulu untuk nomor 22. But kita nggak tahu teman-teman karena jawaban saya bisa salah. Ingat nilai saya bukan 9. Jadi 23. 23. Finn was surprised that in early British theater programs. Apa ini? Atau ada jawaban yang sama kita?
I don't get it.
Miss Widelia?
B.
B?
Yes.
B, Bobby? We have the same answer. We're given out free of charge. Waktu dulu ya. Sekarang ya, orang kata dia, justru kalau enggak, misalnya Justin Bieber datang, dia udah beli tiket, udah war tiket, Justin Biebernya nggak datang. Nah pokoknya ibaratnya kayak bakalan chaos banget nih kalau sekarang. Kalau dulu ya masih katanya. Saya bisa jadi salah dengar, oke teman-teman? 24. Maya feels their project should include an explanation of why company of actors. Ada yang bilang parade. Parade itu parade, teman-teman. Parade.
B.
Perform plays outdoors. Kalau Mr. Wisnu?
Don't get it.
Mr. Wisnu banyak banget di skip, Mr. Wisnu. Coba tebak deh, Mr. Wisnu. Kalau bentar, tadi kan 10 soal oke, di pertama. Terus soal kedua benar 6, 16 udah di atas 4,5 ya. Tetapi untuk dapatin 5 tambah 5 lagi deh Mr. Wisnu supaya bisa benar. Karena 44 lumayan membingungkan teman-teman, kadang very very hard but sometimes it's not that hard. Jadi part 3 part 4 50-50 more or less agak berat di pengalaman. 24 unfortunately my answer is different. Jadi jawaban saya justru C, teman-teman. I have no idea, tapi di situ dia bilang dulu orang-orang cosplay turun ke jalan dulu buat promosi. Mereka tour with their plays di jalan. Jadi parade. Memang terdengar seperti perform plays outdoors bisa jadi, tetapi B dengan C ini dekat banget jawabannya. Kemungkinan jawaban Miss Widelia yang benar. Let's see. Oke, 25 everyone. Bisa jadi saya salah banyak juga di sini ya. 25.
B, more colorful.
B, more colorful. Kalau ingat soalnya teman-teman, In and Maya both think that. Yang satu kan tadi kan gini, mereka kan satu bilang gini. Yes, gini. gini. Tetapi terakhir ada dia setuju berdua, harus berdua. Kira-kira
Iya.
jawabannya apa? Miss
Aku
Italia apa?
C.
C?
Yes.
Oh, we have the same answer.
Formatif.
Saya dapat C juga. Ini yang bikin susah itu Mr. Wisnu. Dia itu soalnya ini loh. Ini kan berdua. Terus yang
Iya.
ini mistaken.
Sendiri.
Iya, terus ini ada Finn surprise. Kalau Finn nggak surprise, berarti bukan itu jawabannya. Jadi yang Finn surprise itu yang mana gitu. Nah ini makanya kayak, aduh, tadi Finn surprise yang mana? Nah ini yang bikin mungkin salah jawaban saya banyak di sini. 26, everyone. Ada yang mungkin jawab?
It's like C, but like B.
It's like C, but like B. What do you think, Miss Delia?
A.
A very few theater programs were painted in the USA. Maya doesn't fully understand why. Maya nggak ngerti. I was wondering why in the 20th century. I'm sorry, but I missed 26. Jadi kita kunci jawaban Miss Widelia di A. This is hard, everyone. But that's okay. Kita akan comeback ke sini lagi. But we're gonna finish the rest dulu, okay? 27 to 30. Okay. Nah ini there will be like 6 options only to occupy to fill in the rest of 4 remaining questions. So I want you to read the instructions. What comments is made about the program for each of the following shows? Choose 4 answers from the box and write A to F next to questions 27 to 30. And let us see 27, everyone. Understand yourself karena ini mock test, jadi saya coba langsung play aja in 3, 2, 1.
Hear the rest of the discussion. You have some time to look at questions 27 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 27 to 30.
I've got some pictures of programs we could include on the slides for our presentation.
I found a couple too, Maya. Let's go through and see what we think.
This is an old one for a play called Ruy Blas.
Never heard of that. But the program looks very decorative.
Good enough to put in a frame on the wall. The images are just beautiful. Finn, what did you find?
I've got some pages from a program for Man of La Mancha. I thought this was a good program to show, not because of the pictures, but because it contains articles written by members of the theatre company. So we can learn how the production was created and the thoughts and feelings of the cast.
Good. I've got a copy of a program that's now in a museum. It's for The Tragedy of Jane Shaw, and it's said to be the earliest surviving document to have been printed on Australia's first printing press.
Fantastic!
Another program to talk about is for the Sailors' Festival. It comes from the British Library's digitised collection of programs that was started a few years ago. It already comprises over 200,000 programs, which is amazing.
Wish I'd known about it while I was doing my research.
Wow.
That is the end of...
This is really hard, everyone. Mungkin I missed one question, tapi not sure dua question, but lah cepat banget ya. Nomor 27 justru saya masih tadi lagi
Iya.
ini sebentar langsung ke skip gitu. Bentar boleh kita ngulang Bu Delia? Is that okay? We repeat
Boleh,
once?
boleh.
Pictures, but because it contains...
Sorry.
Now listen and answer questions 27 to 30.
I've got some pictures of programs we could include on the slides for our presentation.
I found a couple too, Maya. Let's go through and see what we think.
This is an old one for a play called Ruy Blas.
Never heard of that. But the program looks very decorative.
Good enough to put in a frame on the wall. The images are just beautiful. Finn, what did you find?
I've got some pages from a program for Man of La Mancha. I thought this was a good program to show, not because of the pictures, but because it contains articles written by members of the theatre company. So we can learn how the production was created and the thoughts and feelings of the cast.
Good. I've got a copy of a program that's now in a museum. It's for The Tragedy of Jane Shaw, and it's said to be the earliest surviving document to have been printed on Australia's first printing press.
Fantastic!
Another program to talk about is for the Sailors' Festival. It comes from the British Library's digitised collection of programs that was started a few years ago. It already comprises over 200,000 programs, which is amazing.
Wish I'd known about it while I was doing my research.
Okay,
That is
everyone. Sudah hampir menyentuh part 4, so that's why it's a little bit harder and getting harder for the understanding. But now, I believe we get second time preparations. I am now confident enough to share my answers, but I want to hear it from you first. Maybe we're gonna see from Miss Widelia for the Rubias. So for 27, could you please maybe tell me what your answer is, Miss Widelia?
D?
D.
Yeah.
It includes a recent project. Does it help you so much? Does the audio have some keywords that makes you to choose D, Miss Widelia?
I don't know.
You don't know, but Mr. Wisnu, what is your answer for 27?
E.
E. It contains insight into the show.
The show. Because the audio like say apa? Tempel di dinding loh.
Okay, it's tempel di dinding. Berarti insight into the show. Keren. Okay, maybe. But my answer is different. So I answer C. It was effective at attracting. But we don't know. Kata dia bisa jadi juga it resembles an artwork yang F, karena saya kasih garis miring F karena dia bilang ada beberapa kata yang dia bilang seperti ini. Ya banyak gabungan seperti gambar dan lain-lain, bahkan color dan lain-lain. Jadi kayak mungkin resembles an artwork, but let's see the answer to this one, everyone. So I'm gonna lock the answer from siapa ini untuk responsible number 27 will be Miss Widelia. Jawabannya adalah D. Okay, D, like dandruff. Okay, so we're Man of La Mancha. Mr. Wisnu, could you please share me your answers? 28.
F.
F, it resembles an artwork. Is there anything that helped you in the audio?
I forgot it.
You forget it, but you're okay. Miss Widelia?
F.
Okay, we're gonna go with F. Kok turun ke bawah dia ya? But I have different answers. Okay, but that's okay. I cannot pronounce my answer, but I'm sure that the answer is not F. But let's see, everyone. Kalau F kita bahas ya. Okay. 29. Okay, let's see. Tragedy of Jane Shaw.
B.
I'm sorry?
B.
Historical significance. D or B? B?
B. Historical significant.
It is historically significant for the country. Tragedy of Jane Shore. Okay, if Miss Videlia, what is your answer?
A.
A.
Yes. Huh?
It's original, somewhat controversial. A or E? I'm sorry. A. So I'm gonna lock Mr. Wisnu answers, okay? So let's say we're gonna go with B. And now, Miss Vitalia, could you please share your answer for the Sailors Festival?
C.
C. Different answer again. Mr. Wisnu?
D.
D. Their answer. We're gonna lock Miss Vitalia, okay? Answers. For C, Miss Vitalia? Oke, kita akan bahas part 4 teman-teman. Kemungkinan kita harus bahas jelas di sini mengapa jawabannya itu. Oke, we're gonna see the answer. It's all wrong. Ada satu benar di B, Tragedy of Jane. Ini jawaban siapa tadi? Mr. Wisnu?
Ya.
Iya. Ya, saya jawab E garis miring B, tetapi yang E adalah di nomor 28. And here jawabannya bukan F, yang pertama itu F, teman-teman. F. Nah, mengapa F kita lihat? It resembles an artwork. Saya kan udah bilang tadi. Mengapa bisa jadi F? Karena dia bilang ada gambar, ada ini, ada yang mungkin oke, tapi saya mengunci jawaban saya di attracting, was audience attracting dengan F. Jadi ada dua yang kemungkinan dekat, tetapi jawaban teman-teman justru di D, dan yang dimana ini jauh banget teman-teman untuk pemahaman. So, 28 itu ada E. Oke, let's see. Dan teman-teman menjawab F. Nah, it resembles an artwork, jawabannya adalah E. It contains insight into the show. Oke, jawaban 28 di sini adalah it contains a recent project. Also got wrong for this one. But the Tragedy of Jane Shore, it's B, and for the 30, it's D. It's completely clear untuk yang tiga, yang terakhir itu, dia memang menggunakan sinonim dan tidak jelas, teman-teman. Jadi pemahamannya di sini memang berat. Tetapi Mr. Wisnu untuk memilih B, nomor 2 tadi ada yang membantu?
Nomor 29.
29, sorry. Ya, nomor 3. Nomor 29, sorry.
Nomor 29, like he said about they mentioned about the Australia maybe.
Oh, okay. Right. So that's help you so much for the country. Sejak itu kamu langsung B. Oke, kita balik ke 21 teman-teman. Kita lihat jawaban teman-teman di sini. Nah, jawaban saya yang nomor 21 benar, dan lihat di sini dia ngomong bahwa dia menyatakan salah ke orang-orang pikir kerja di teater ada bayaran per bulan, padahal mereka harus memproduce sesuatu. Saya ulang lagi jawaban saya, produce sesuatu untuk mengeluarkan. Nah, saya berdua Miss Videlia salah di jawaban 23, karena jawaban kami adalah B. Jawabannya adalah C, was seen as a kind of contract. Berarti kontrak bukan masalah gratis. Jadi yang dia ngomongin orang-orang sebelumnya nggak dibayar karena mungkin aktornya waktu itu dikontrak gitu, teman-teman. Jadi memang makanya tiketnya nggak dijual dan lain-lain. Oke, nah jawaban saya adalah tour yang sini, jawabannya promote their own ways, their own place. Jadi dia promote cara mereka sendiri ya. Parade tadi B dengan C, yang berkaitan dengan parade justru A jawabannya, Miss Videlia. 25, there is no problem, karena di sini jelas mereka berdua berpikir apa tadi, Mr. Wisnu. Kami sebenarnya tadi pilih yang lain ya di sini ya, yang B.
Ya, colorful.
Maya doesn't fully understand why in the 20th century British theater program failed to develop for long. Berarti bukan A, bukan C, tapi jawabannya adalah B, teman-teman. But I didn't answer anything in 26, but this is the answer. Wow, part 3. Sejauh ini I got wrong 3, dan teman-teman mungkin lebih dari 3, but memang untuk dapatkan 9 challenging banget, but bisa teman-teman kalau kita dengar benar-benar, kalau pakai earphone, headset atau benar-benar fokus, bisa sebenarnya dimengerti. Oke. Part 4. Sorry, jadi berapa nih ya, gimana ngitungnya ya? Ada yang bisa bantu teman-teman? Jadi Miss Widelia benar berapa, Miss Wisnu benar berapa? Coba deh sambil self reflection dulu.
Totalnya kah?
Self totalnya.
Total atau cuman part 3?
Oh sorry, part 3 saja. Sorry, part itu sudah saya catat. Part 3.
Part 3 benar 3.
Aduh, part 3 benar 3. Oke. Miss Widelia?
1.
Benar serius. Emang serius benar 1? Aku nggak ngitung loh. Benar 1 ya?
Iya.
Oh, oke. Oh, wow. Ini comeback yang sangat jauh ya, Miss Wisnu. Oke. Here Miss Widelia benar 1. Oke. Nah, masih ada waktu teman-teman, kita save untuk praktek keempat. Kita harus selesaikan praktek keempat. Meskipun waktunya agak lewat dikit, nggak apa-apa ya, teman-teman.
Yep.
Sorry, part 4. Language and Technology. Sorry. Kok part 4 balik ke...
Part 4. You will hear a...
Jarang banget part 4 itu ngisi lagi, teman-teman. Biasa dia pilihan ganda. Bentar. Saya nggak pernah dapat part 4 yang ngisi. Bentar. Ngisi lagi. Oke, nggak masalah lah. That's okay, teman-teman. Part 4 mungkin pemahaman ditingkatkan. Seharusnya ini muncul di part 1, tetapi ini yang versi advance untuk part 4. Jadi, oke. Saya zoom. Oke, this is the part 4, everyone. The last part, 31 to 40. Dan kita coba lihat untuk listeningnya. Write one word only. Write one word only for each questions. Berarti tetap dimengerti instruksinya. Tulis hanya 1 kata jawaban di situ. Tidak boleh lebih. Terus di sini tentang the history of weather forecasting. Berarti history ramalan cuaca. Benar banget. I want you to listen very carefully. Di sini ada ancient culture, masa lalu dulu. Ancient Greeks, Middle Age, terus ada di sini. Teman-teman ikuti. Dan pastinya dimengerti keseluruhan teman-teman. Ini fill in the blank, jadi spellingnya harus benar, oke? In 3, 2, 1.
Section 4. You will hear a lecture about the history of weather forecasting. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Lama juga ya.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
In this series of lectures about the history of weather forecasting, I'll start by examining its early history. That'll be the subject of today's talk. Okay, so we'll start by going back thousands of years. Most ancient cultures had weather gods, and weather catastrophes, such as floods, played an important role in many creation myths. Generally, weather was attributed to the whims of the gods, as the wide range of weather gods in various cultures shows. For instance, there's the Egyptian sun god Ra, and Thor, the Norse god of thunder and lightning. Many ancient civilizations developed rites such as dances in order to make the weather gods look kindly on them. But the weather was of daily importance. Observing the skies and drawing the correct conclusions from these observations was really important. In fact, their survival depended on it. It isn't known when people first started to observe the skies, but at around 650 BC, the Babylonians produced the first short-range weather forecasts based on their observations of clouds and other phenomena. The Chinese also recognized weather patterns, and by 300 BC, astronomers had developed a calendar which divided the year into 24 festivals, each associated with a different weather phenomenon. The ancient Greeks were the first to develop a more scientific approach to explaining the weather. The work of the philosopher and scientist Aristotle in the 4th century BC is especially noteworthy, as his ideas held sway for nearly 2,000 years. In 340 BC, he wrote a book in which he attempted to account for the formation of rain, clouds, wind, and storms. He also described celestial phenomena such as halos, that is, bright circles of light around the sun, the moon, and bright stars, and comets. Many of his observations were surprisingly accurate. For example, he believed that heat could cause water to evaporate, but he also jumped to quite a few wrong conclusions, such as that winds are breathed out by the earth. Errors like this were rectified from the Renaissance onwards. For nearly 2,000 years, Aristotle's work was accepted as the chief authority on weather theory. Alongside this, though, in the Middle Ages, weather observations were passed on in the form of proverbs, such as red sky at night, shepherd's delight, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Many of these are based on very good observations and are accurate, as contemporary meteorologists have discovered. For centuries, any attempt to forecast the weather could only be based on personal observations. But in the 15th century, scientists began to see the need for instruments. Until then, the only ones available were weather vanes to determine the wind direction and early versions of rain gauges. One of the first, invented in the 15th century, was a hygrometer, which measured humidity. This was one of many inventions that contributed to the development of weather forecasting. In 1592, the Italian scientist and inventor Galileo developed the world's first thermometer. His student Torricelli later invented the barometer, which allowed people to measure atmospheric pressure. In 1648, the French philosopher Pascal proved that pressure decreases with altitude. This discovery was verified by English astronomer Halley in 1686, and Halley was also the first person to map trade winds. This increasing ability to measure factors related to weather helped scientists to understand the atmosphere and its processes better, and they started collecting weather observation data systematically. In the 18th century, the scientist and politician Benjamin Franklin carried out work on electricity and lightning in particular, but he was also very interested in weather and studied it throughout most of his life. It was Franklin who discovered that storms generally travel from west to east. In addition to new meteorological instruments, other developments contributed to our understanding of the atmosphere. People in different locations began to keep records, and in the mid-19th century, the invention of the telegraph made it possible for these records to be collated. This led, by the end of the 19th century, to the first weather services. It was not until the early 20th century that mathematics and physics became part of meteorology, and we'll continue from that point next week.
Wow. Wow, this is interesting, everyone. Ternyata seperti itu ya cerita awal. Kameranya masih off ya, bentar. Awal ditemukannya weather forecasting, everyone. Betapa complicatednya diceritakan dari ancient culture, ancient Greeks, Middle Ages, and 50 to 19th centuries. Di sini I missed only 37, but I hope jawaban kita more or less the same thing untuk 30 sampai 40, everyone, but let's see.
I miss 4.
We're gonna start. Yeah, you missed 4. Okay, but I hope those 6 correct, Mr.
I
Wisnu.
think.
Kalau miss 4 tetapi 6 itu benar, maybe that's a good point. But let's see, Miss Widelia, Mr. Wisnu. I want you to tell me, Miss Widelia first. Number 31. Many cultures invented and Mr. Wisnu?
Don't get it. 31, 32, 33, and 35.
Yes, jawaban kita sama. Dance. Itu British pronunciation. Saya bilang memang penyebutannya aneh. Sehingga Miss Wisnu bahkan nggak sadar kalau itu udah ada jawabannya di situ.
Yep.
Gitu. That's British. Mereka memang desain dari Cambridge. Dari teman-teman pastikan juga dengan penyebutan itu. Okay, 31, we're gonna go with dance in American pronunciation. Could you please, karena spelling teman-teman, Miss Widelia, could you please spell it for me?
DANCES.
Okay, DANCES. Okay, mengapa dances, Miss Widelia? Karena
Weather gods.
Karena ada ceremonis mungkin ya di sini ya.
Yeah,
Membantu buat memilih dances.
dances.
Oke. Iya, grammar kadang bisa dibenarkan oleh mereka juga kalau saat due diligence. Due diligence adalah uji kepantasan sertifikat santai IELTS, bukan AI. Nanti AI hanya menilai tapi tetap mereka cross check lagi ada jawaban yang dekat nggak dengan jawabannya secara pemahaman bahasa. Jadi akan ada yang dibenarin oleh examiner, everyone. Human banget. Makanya IELTS lebih populer daripada PTE. Oke, good. 3, cuman sertifikatnya lama keluarnya. Bisa jadi 4, enggak. Kalau yang cepat itu kadang kalau yang online ya 3 hari, 4 hari lumayan ya, nggak lama-lama amat. People need to observe. Tapi PTE tes sore ini subuh udah keluar, Mr. Wisnu. Jadi udah di email gitu. PTE. Cepat banget. Cepat banget karena dia computer based dan AI. Okay, 32, Mr. Wisnu, could you please maybe tell me your answers? Miss juga yang ini ya?
Ada, iya, Miss.
Miss Widelia maybe.
Miss juga.
Miss.
Ya.
Dia bilang to ensure dari kata S teman-teman, itu kalau yang saya dapat adalah survival. Jadi mereka observe dan interpret sky to ensure mereka survive kalau hujan deras atau apa yang nanti akan terjadi seperti itu. Itu yang saya dapat. Oke, kita miss dulu karena teman-teman miss. But let's see the answer nanti apakah survival. Ingatkan di nomor 32. Alright, Miss Widelia for number 33, please. Using weather phenomena such as weather fenomena cuaca seperti pas jawabannya di situ.
Rain.
Mr. Wisnu?
I don't know.
Cloud, jawabannya cloud. Saya sampai kata cloud, tapi kata Mr. Wisnu miss.
Miss, tapi kayak bingung sama jawabannya yang mana. Cuman kayak kepikiran float.
Oke, kita kunci. Could you please spell cloud for me, Mr. Wisnu? Cloud.
No, float, banjir.
Oh, flood. Sorry. Answer is cloud. Your answer is flood. Oke, wait. Apakah weather phenomena itu banjir, itu kayaknya disaster lah, Mr. Wisnu. Kayak bencana alam nggak sih banjir itu?
Iya sih.
Flood. Did they talk about flood?
No.
Apakah flood bisa diprediksi secara cuaca? Dalam 3
Enggak
hari ke
sih.
depan, ya kemungkinan, ya kita skip dulu, teman-teman. Kita ingat di sini saya jawab cloud. But here, where?
24.
Oke, 34 jawabannya is
24.
24 with number, ya, karena one word only, everyone, okay?
With number.
Ya, with number. Ingat
Oh,
di sini.
Hmm.
Jadi kalau ada jawaban yang kemungkinan 2 kata, pikirkan kata yang paling cocok di situ. Okay, ancient Greeks, Miss Widelia for 35. Aristotle also described halos and
Komik.
komik. Yang dekat dengan komik deh.
Novel.
No. Jawaban saya adalah Miss Widelia, comets.
Oh, komets.
oh,
Iya. Jawaban.
comet.
Bener kalau kita maksain komik nanti jadi Aduh ya Allah, ini putus sebentar. Terlalu panas sepertinya. Comets. Okay. My internet connection is not stable. Wait. Comets. Can somebody help me to write comets, please?
COMET.
COMETS. Comets, like this. Okay, why not? Maybe. All right. So, Middle Ages, everyone. Can somebody help me to check for the answer 36?
Sky.
Sky.
Okay, let's see. Jawaban saya adalah 36. Nice answer. We are 3 of us. Finally punya jawaban yang sama. Sky. Oke. Setelah sekian lama ya. Oke. 15 to 19th centuries. Untuk 37, Miss Widelia maybe.
Instrument.
Value of instruments. Okay. Oh, great. Scientists recognize value of instruments. Nice. So could you please help me to write instruments?
INSTRUMENT.
Sorry. Instrument. Tanpa S, Miss Widelia?
Instrument. Ya, tanpa S.
Recognize value of
instrument.
Instrument. Harusnya kalau tanpa S ya. Harusnya an instrument. Tetapi ya kalau tanpa S, instrument for the first time. Jadi langsung cocok grammar. But that's okay. Kita lihat jawabannya nanti habis ini. Galileo, Mr. Wisnu, could you please help me the answer?
Thermometer.
Miss Widelia, the same answers?
Yes.
Okay, how do we write thermometer? Does anybody help me? Can anybody help me? Sorry.
T-E-R.
T-R? Huh.
T-E-R.
Oh, T-H. Is it?
Not
Here?
H. T-E-R. M-O. M-E-T-E-R.
Thermometer. Okay. Maybe terlalu British. Maybe I have different spelling. But Miss Widelia, gimana spelling thermometer di tempat Miss Widelia? Sama seperti ini?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. Number 18, everyone.
Atmosphere.
Sorry, 39. Kok jadi 18? 39. Karena saya baca 18th century, number 18. All right, sorry. Number 39. Does anybody have answers on this one?
Atmosphere.
Interesting. The movement of atmosphere?
From?
Right. I finally get the same answers with Miss Widelia. Storm.
Oh. Storm.
Atmosfer bisa gerak, tetapi kayaknya dia ngomongin store memang tadi. Store. Let's see, kita kunci jawaban storm. Sorry, spelling Miss Widelia. Kalau saya yang tulis nanti S
STROMS.
ST. I'm sorry.
STROMS.
Are you sure?
ST STRO
Hmm.
ST
Storm atau storm? Karena bahasa Inggris gini,
ST
kalau S
O ST
alright.
STORM.
Oke, nice. Nah, jawab penyebutannya dia bilang storm, baru R-nya sebelum M.
Ya.
Kalau di jawaban kita kalau kita nyebutinnya storm, nah mungkin STRO, tapi ini storm. Jadi
Ya.
RM belakang. Movement of storm pakai S nggak ya?
Oke.
Pakai. Coba kita lihat. Saya pakai nggak sebentar karena the movement of storms dari mana ke mana tadi. Saya nggak pakai justru. Tapi that's okay, Miss Fidelia, kita coba pakai. Nah, ini teman-teman for the last number, anybody have answers on this one?
Meteorology.
Telegraph.
Wow. I also answered telegraph. Meteorology kan itu kata-kata yang sulit ya, Mr. Wisnu. Nggak mungkin soalnya menyusahkan. Maksudnya dia pasti kata-kata yang semua orang mengetahui secara umum. Tidak mungkin dia tiba-tiba bilang kata seperti Pithecanthropus paleojavanicus gitu. Itu kan susah ya. Yang kayak akademik dan hanya beberapa orang yang tahu gitu. Terus kalau jenis bintang namanya apa itu pasti nggak mungkin dijadikan yang fill in the blank-nya. Jadi kalau telegraph itu mungkin gitu. Ini sebentar, Widelia jawab telegraph atau telegram? Karena telegram belum ada. Telegraph. Oke, kayaknya sama ininya.
APH.
Telegraph like this?
Ya.
Nah, kita lihat jawaban sebelumnya teman-teman, ada 2 belum dijawab di sini, tapi tadi saya di sini apa teh? What was my answers in that? Survival, and 33 justru cloud. Let's see apakah salah juga ya teman-teman ya. Let's see. Oke, survivor clouds. Di sini dances. Thank you so much Miss Julia udah nambahkan S. Thermometer. Nah, ini spellingnya teman-teman. Maka saya tanya apakah spelling kalian benar? Thermometer. It's thermometer. Nah, jawaban 24 kita salah. Jawabannya adalah festivals.
Tapi
kita
jawabnya 24 festival.
Tidak bisa Miss Fidelia karena cuma satu kata. Pasti kalau kan satu kata ya berarti kata kan. Harusnya kita ngerti nggak sih? Dia kan minta kata
Iya.
Iya. Tapi Fidelia nggak bilang festivals, jadi kita pasti betul di situ gitu. Instruments tidak pakai S, oke. Thermometer itu benar. Kita benarin aja karena mungkin American spelling. Bentar. Ini bahasa Indonesia kayaknya teman-teman, termometer.
Iya. Termometer.
Bahasa Indonesia. This one is English. Festival ini saya sayangkan banget 24 festivals, kita justru milih yang 24-nya. Number of festivals. Ya, jawabannya adalah 24 festivals connected with weather. Oke, survival dengan cloud, teman-teman. Miss tadi jadi sini benar berapa ya? Kalau untuk Mr. Wisnu?
36.
Miss Widelia berapa ya? Kalau misal festival dibenarin ya Miss Widelia?
Kalau termometer salah.
Kayaknya disalahin karena spelling Mr. Wisnu. Jadi IELTS itu kalau spelling berarti kemampuan bahasa kata mereka.
3?
Oke, that's no worries. Mr. Wisnu 3. Miss Widelia mungkin?
Festivalnya dibenarin.
Iya, dibenerin. Karena kalau kamu 24 festival memang salah secara kunci jawaban. Tapi kamu ada jawaban festival, berarti pemahamanmu dapat di situ.
6.
6, oke. Nah, teman-teman kalau yang bisa total nggak ya? Ini total pertama semuanya kan 10. Terus
Ya.
total kedua Miss Widelia 7, Mr. Wisnu 6. Total ketiga Mr. Wisnu 3, Miss Widelia 1. Total keempat Mr. Wisnu 3, Miss Widelia 6. Kira-kira satu orang dapat masing-masing berapa? Saya mau sharing screen yang tentang bagaimana cara menghitungnya, teman-teman. Ini
24.
24 untuk Miss Widelia.
Ya.
Mr. Wisnu berapa ya? Sebentar, kita sharing screen. Akademik ya, kita coba buka ya.
Dua tiga atau dua atau 23?
22 or 23. Oke, ada range-nya kok, sebentar, teman-teman. I'm opening the file for our Google Drive-nya. It's not working. Supaya teman langsung dapat juga, oh di situ my range score, berarti target kita membenarkan di weakness kita. Pilihan ganda memang menjadi tantangan tersulit sejauh ini, teman-teman. Spelling memang ini ya, sebentar. Kok loading? Spelling memang kadang problematic. So that's the thing. Terus writing, speaking, ulang lagi, listening. Berarti 2 kali lagi bisa, teman-teman. Wait a minute. 3 kali kalau emang kita bisa memanfaatkan lebih baik waktunya. Reading saya rasa hanya kemampuan vocabulary. Jadi Mr. Wisnu dan Miss Widelia nanti mengerti formatnya dulu, yang mana true, false, not given, terus mana yang harus diisi, yang mana harus dimengerti secara real. Okay, let me just go with self-scoring. Let me share my screen, everyone. Yeah. Karena sambil charging, right? Wait, everyone. Participant can now see your screen. Are you sure you can see the screen now?
Nope, it's blank.
It's blank, right? Oke, mungkin saya bacain aja, teman-teman. Untuk
Oke.
listening, Pak, bisa?
Udah.
Sebentar. Kelihatan nggak ya, teman? Ini
Kelihatan.
kalau kelihatan ya?
Kelihatan.
Oke. Mr. Wisnu, Miss Widelia 24, 6. Oke, wow, oke. Mr. Wisnu 22, berapa tadi? 22 atau 23 ya?
Iya, antara itu.
23, 24, 5,5. Oke. Wow, trial pertama, teman-teman. Congratulations untuk akademik ya. Akademik listening dengan yang general training kurang lebih sama penilaiannya, jadi di 24 itu di 6, sorry. Di 2 soal lagi dapat 6,5 di batas bawah kita yang ditandai 6,5 itu. Terus Mr. Wisnu kita berapa soal lagi doang itu bisa dapat di 6,5. Kalau memang kita ada targetkan Miss Widelia, I want you to get 30 jawaban benar di sini. Mr. Wisnu juga minimal 30 soal benar. Pasti bisa, teman-teman. Nggak mungkin nggak. Kita berusaha untuk lakukan yang terbaik. So, sebenarnya 8 itu nggak susah amat, teman-teman. Bisa benar 35 aja kalian bisa dapat 8. Ya, yang susah 8,5 dengan 9. Jadi 40 soal benar kayak salah satu doang itu kadang ya pemahamannya aku nggak ngerti juga, kadang harus dibalik-balik soal kita masih tertipu gitu.
Ya.
Karena dia memang didesain buat membingungkan secara bahasa. Jadi tidak sembarangan orang bisa ngerti maksud dia ngomong itu apa tadi gitu. Tes bahasa Indonesia aja kita susah pakai bahasa Inggris. Alright, let me stop the sharing screen. I think I got your answers, everyone. Sudah di-record juga. Saya rasa ada catatannya habis ini ke email masing-masing. Dan kita lanjut agak jumpy sedikit kelasnya karena saya rasa kemarin di grup itu di-share
Tanggal 4 ya?
Iya,
Hari
tanggal
Sabtu.
melompatnya sekitar berapa berapa lama itu ya? 1 minggu? Enggak sampai 1 minggu.
Enggak, besok Sabtu aja.
6
Oh, besok
hari.
Sabtu. Iya, lumayan teman-teman. Jadi nanti pastikan kita sudah masuk ke reading dan I hope di reading nggak semudah yang dibayangkan. Jadi tapi di reading bisa dapat 6,5 teman-teman. Kita kejar 6,5 di reading. Nah, writing my expectation we can get at least 5.5 atau 6. Jadi kita emang tidak bisa kejar writing terlalu kuat karena kita kejar di listening, reading, speaking. Writing memang semua kelemahan orang Indonesia pasti paling rendah nilai di situ. Nggak ada reading, nggak ada ya writing 9, reading 6,5, nggak ada yang ada listening 9, reading 9, writing 6,5. Emang seperti itu rata-rata. Karena menulis itu grammar banget, so penilaiannya juga sangat-sangat strict di writing. Kita kejar listening and reading sehingga overall kita bisa bagus teman-teman. So that's the thing, Mr. Wisnu and Miss Widalia, very nice to have your class today and I have seen quite confident enough. Nanti kalau emang sudah mau langsung official test, saat sudah tahu mana kelemahannya, kita akan ulang di situ terus. Okay, everyone, Miss Wisnu, Miss Widalia, thank you very much. And I think that's all from me. Do you guys have questions?
No?
Belum ya?
I have.
Oke, siap. Oh iya, oke, you have.
I
Miss
have.
Widalia, yes.
Oh, mau tanya kalau kalau ke US juga perlu IELTS.
Perlu internasional sih Miss Widelia. Jadi tapi US tergantung kalau Miss Widelia J1, sorry kerja atau
J1?
J1. Oke. Kalau J1 5,0 ya, 5,5. Tetap IELTS. Iya. Dia kan memang saingan bisnisnya di TOEFL IBT. Jadi kayak apakah IELTS diterima? Karena IELTS juga ya meskipun punyanya UK, but it's still okay to go. But score tidak seperti untuk studi. Kalau studi ya minimal 6.0 ya kalau studi, itu pun jurusan tertentu. Yes.
Kalau untuk S2 di Aussie?
S2 di Aussie tergantung jurusan. Kalau jurusannya bukan ke arah mempelajari bahasanya pasti di bawah 7 sebetulnya. Kecuali kayak saya ya. Saya mau ambil S2 double degree. Kan S2 saya sudah nih curriculum development. Bisa mengambil double degree. Nah itu karena mempelajari bahasa lagi, jadi minimal 7,0 karena yang dipelajari bahasa yang kita ngambil tesnya gitu loh. Jadi kalau jurusannya pastry or TAFE justru 5,5 atau 6,0 udah tinggi banget ya Miss Widelia. Tapi kita nggak tahu ya, dia minta berapa soalnya.
Soalnya aku ada lihat kayak katanya Australia Awards in Indonesia buat S2.
Yeah, Australia Awards Indonesia. We also have some links di Australian Award itu beasiswa kerjasama, ada Australian Award LPDX, LPDP Indonesia atau Australian Award untuk Indonesia ada juga, dan itu tergantung jurusan. Kalau Australian Awardnya minta minimal 6,5 berarti itu minimalnya sudah ya. Tapi kayaknya 6,5 deh kalau Australian Award. Kirain mau bayar sendiri. Kau bayar sendiri ya beda. Kalau beasiswa kita ikutin beasiswanya ada 6,5 atau 5.0, 5,5. Nanti uninya lain lagi tuh minta, tapi tetap satu IELTS yang tinggi bisa dipakai di sini dan di sini gitu. Jadi kejar lagi secara skornya sih Miss Widelia dan Mr. Wisnu. I think that's the thing. Kalau skornya udah dapat 6,5 atau 7 udah mau pilih aja, tinggal mau LPDP kek, mau tinggal lengkapin dokumen yang lain karena satu dokumen kita udah secure. Iya, nggak akan ada masalah. Mau WHP juga udah jauh banget nilai WHP dari 4,5 ke 7 ya kan? Jauh teman-teman. So that's the thing.
Kalau ke Swiss,
Switzerland, kami belum pernah bantu ke kecuali kamu nanya di apa itu yang imigrasi Indonesia PMI. Nah itu mereka ada kirim ke Timur Tengah, ke Swiss. Karena rata-rata negara yang kami tuju ya Amerika, Australia. Kalau yang kayak ke sana-sana tuh kayaknya belum ada link deh. Sudah dia mau jawab salah nanti. Alright.
New Zealand juga berarti belum ada.
Maksudnya?
New Zealand.
New Zealand belum pernah bantu. Kalau kayak IELTS iya bantu, tapi kalau benar-benar tahu alurnya sampai ke sana belum tahu. Tapi kalau J1 sudah pernah tahu, dan
J1 yes.
iya kalau yang Australia WHP itu memang tiap hari di situ terus kan WHP dengan skill visa.
Kalau J1 ke US itu susah nggak dapatnya?
Nah ini sebenarnya lagi sekarang ya susah banget Miss Widelia.
Susah banget kan?
Jadi bukan susah lagi, susah banget.
Susah banget ya.
I'm sorry?
Susah banget berarti yang J1.
Dia susah banget secara tabungan, belum persyaratan lain-lain, terus nanti kamu jaminan dari tabungan keluarga dan sampai dipinta seperti itu. Karena takutnya
Butuh berapa?
Oke, so far 120,
Oh,
120 gitu. Oke,
Jadi
gampang itu kan
tabunganku.
sebenarnya.
Enggak tabungan orang tua
Oh,
atau tabunganku.
oke. Iya. Jadi nanti ada tunjangan-tunjangan lain-lain ditanya terus data-datanya, interviewnya kan di US Embassy. Jadi
Ya.
masuk teman-teman kalau pernah saya kan emang diakses kan akses scholarship di US Embassy. Nah, jadi itu HP, laptop semua nggak boleh masuk. Kita dengan kita aja dengan berkas gitu doang boleh masuk. Jadi untuk anak-anak J1 kalau bukan ranah studi memang susah kalau untuk kerja ke Australia, ke Amerika sekarang. Dokumen dan memang ada visa refusions. Bahkan saya kalau muda saya mau ke US juga. Karena I have some links there, but it's hard, terutama di dalam tabungan dan bisnis kita di Indonesia apa-apa aja nanti ada surat keterangan bisnis dan lain-lain, banyak banget peraturannya. Yeah. Ribet. Sekarang ribet lagi satu lagi di Australia teman-teman, visitor visa. Cuma mau jadi visitor aja kayak ya ada surat keterangan bisnis lah dan lain-lain. Saya bilang lu nggak kayak gitu. Bahkan WHP yang sangat memungkinkan sekarang daripada visitor. Banyak yang mengajukan protection visa, Miss Fidelia, yang jalur apa itu? Refugee. Iya. SJ1?
Iya. Berarti boleh dicoba apply gak?
Of course.
Berarti boleh coba apply gitu.
Of course. You can try to apply. Boleh banget kan, profil orang beda-beda. Belum tentu yang sulit bagi saya buat Miss Fidelia, right?
Iya, betul.
Jadi coba. Dan pasti tahu kan ranahnya dulu, ranahnya persiapan dokumen dan lain-lain dulu. Nanti aku coba bantu juga share kalau ada link ke J1 ya, Miss Widelia di grup. Alright. Thank you very much everyone. Kita diskusi lagi for next week this week ya. This week. Dan kita masih ada banyak pertemuan buat mock test. Saya harap dengan akhir pertemuan ini masing-masing sudah bisa mendapat nilai rata-rata 9. Enggak gini gitu. 6,5 ya kan. Oke. Kalau juga 9. Okay, right. That's all for me, Miss Fidelia and Mr. Wisnu. Thank you very much and have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good evening. Bye.